Jasmy, let's talk about it. I think that Jasmy is in a very, very interesting place, to say the least. They just dropped the JANCTION token, actually JCT. I know back in the day there was a big thing about the whole JANCTION token, and you know, the fear of a dual token system with the whole layer 1 Jasmy, the ecosystem, and then the layer 2, which is JANCTION. Even though there's pros when you think about scalability, less friction on one single token, there was a lot of fear, because there's always going to be a fear about a dual token system. It's the same like when you see a subnet have a cryptocurrency coin. But a lot of people need to do their research. You found a really good channel here. My name is Crypto Millie. So JANCTION is similar to a mall. Just picture JANCTION being a mall or a marketplace that has a whole bunch of apps, services, and stores. Anytime you use a service within JANCTION, in this marketplace, the transaction fees will be utilized by the Jasmy Coin. So that's where the whole like use case and utility comes for Jasmy Coin, right? There was a lot of like I said, a lot of fear mongering about where the utility would personally come from, and that's how the utility is being used. So anytime you use services on JANCTION, anytime you use a service, no matter what you're doing, anytime you use a service, whether it's renting GPU or some type of compute power or some type of data service, right? Whether it's protecting your data, Jasmy will be used as the transaction fees. You want to rent out some GPU, you will have to have Jasmy inside your wallet to actually do anything on JANCTION. So JANCTION is the marketplace, right? But the Jasmy in your wallet will be utilized for transaction fees. And what they do is they split that transaction fee into burns and buyback. 50% of the transaction fee will go to burns, 50% will go to buyback of the Jasmy coin, which causes deflationary aspects, making it hyper deflationary, and increases the chances of it having scarcity. So the whole question is, will Jasmy hit a $50 billion market cap, which will put it at $1? That all comes down to if JANCTION will get adopted. You think about everything that's happening in AI and how important electricity is, aka compute power, then you know that there's an opportunity. Jasmy also has a lot of partnerships that they can integrate to pick up clients, right? So y'all know I'm big on BitTensor, the BitTensor ecosystem. I'm almost a Tau maxi, right? But I'm more of an AI maxi. So with the subnets, they may lack partnership, people that can help them get more visibility. Well, Jasmy already has that, right? They have a partnership with Sony. They have a partnership with Panasonic. They have a partnership with Transcosmos, which is the biggest call center, right? And all of these companies already are familiar with Jasmy. And as Sony enters more of the blockchain space, it's only going to bring more visibility to Jasmy as well, right? Because we know that Sony creators created Jasmy. There is a world where Jasmy can get adopted, right? Where everybody's using Jasmy to protect their data and to monetize their data, and using these decentralized services within JANCTION, which is simply a marketplace for AI services. The utility for JANCTION is that in order for you to rent GPU or buy anything within this mall or AI marketplace, you have to use JCT, which is the JANCTION token. The JANCTION token, sort of like a reward token to buy things within this AI marketplace. And every transaction, right, is being paid by Jasmy. So I think I posted this on X, that if JANCTION was able to just garner 10% of renders activity, that would be like 10 to 50 million in transaction fees. Jasmy itself has the partnerships that put it in an advantage against all of its competitors. Because when you think about competitors, you gotta say Tensor is of course a potential competitor now. When you think about the data services, the compute services, right? But then you got these huge centralized entities that's already doing big stuff. Google, all the Meta, all of these huge data entities which have data centers. Speaking of data centers, JANCTION also has data centers as well, by the way. So when you think about decentralizing data, compute power, and all these AI services, Jasmy has sort of an edge to its competitors in crypto, not the ones in Web 2, because the ones in Web 2 already got clients, they already made their name, they're already trusted. In crypto, Jasmy has sort of an edge because of the partnerships and the integrations. Chainlink, right? They're using CCI IP technology to make Jasmy more accessible to the public and on different blockchains. I think it's in a good place. I'm seeing a lot of support at the 1 penny level, right? When I look at the charts, I already seen the daily chart flip bullish on the ultimate RSI, which is foreshadowing what may come for the weekly chart. It's not there yet, but by the way, but it looks like we're finally seeing that 1 penny 208 level as support, and I'm seeing accumulation. We all know what comes next after accumulation, pending the catalyst that we have coming from the macro. Government opening back up, Fed cuts, potential QE, more ETFs, seasonality of just it being Q4 itself, right? The psychological of the seasonality of Q4 itself. So we had deals between USA and China. China just came out and said, hey, we're expecting the US to continue to work together, to cooperate. So we're seeing catalysts, right? We're seeing catalysts, and now the final catalyst would be something like a stimulus injected into the economy and bringing retail back to crypto. And I think that's like the catalyst QE that's going to bring retail to crypto, because when retail comes to crypto, they're going to gravitate to the things that have the most social engagement. And we know when retail comes to crypto, Jasmy itself, you can look at the numbers, gets a lot of social engagement. Contrary to many people's beliefs, I think that Jasmy is in a good spot. I understand the flywheel effect with Jasmy and JANCTION, ticker JCT. It's also been given its grace and blessings by Binance. We were kind of like, we don't know about Binance and the Jasmy relationship. It seems like it's on the up and up, because I believe they already, you know, posted JANCTION and listed it on one of their exchanges. I don't know if it's the main exchange, don't quote me, but I seen the listing, and I also seen a big get listing. I seen a couple listings for Jasmy, so for JANCTION. So JANCTION does have the graces of centralized exchanges in the market. We'll see if it starts to get listed on tier 1 exchanges. But for anybody that was wondering how Jasmy will be utilized within the JANCTION ecosystem, or AKA marketplace, that's how it would be utilized. So I didn't even talk about the whole toilet thing. Anyway, I'll get into that in another video. I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Let me know what y'all think about Jasmy, JANCTION. Can Jasmy hit a $50 billion market cap? If you want to know more of why data is about to be the new oil, why people keep saying that, you keep hearing it everywhere, be sure to check out this video at the bottom or the top of the screen. Anyway, it's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.